Today's October 8th, and now I will primarily focus on setups. I will categorize each of the setups, and I hope to document the setups that have been proven, that are out there, that exist, and that I can look into. I can I can say, okay, this is this type of a setup. This is a setup. These are the conditions. So now I'm moving towards now that I've moved away from the rigors of the unknowns and preparing myself in the field of day trading. Now I can focus primarily on defining the setup, So professional day traders talk about uh, having just one setup and focus on the one setup. Now I really need to figure out what is an A plus setup, what is a B setup, what is a C setup, what is a D setup, and what conditions that allows it, and what's the distinction between an A setup and a B setup. It must be more reliability. It must be it's there. So how do I? So what is the distinction between? So what is the difference between an A setup and a B setup? What is that? What is the difference between an A setup and a B setup? Defining a setup, definition of a. So what is a setup? What is a setup? What is a day trading setup? What is it? A day trading setup is, what is a day trading setup? I have to define what a day trading setup is. Day trading setup is a configuration, that has pieces that defines what a setup is. So, it can be various things. Okay, so wow, so a setup can be okay. So a setup must be unique to a particular stock. A setup is unique to a particular stock because the stimulus that impacts it. Wow, it may be simple, but for me at this point it is complex. The reason is this. Here's the category. A setup has a stimulus, and it has a waveform of certain conditions that moves the stock. And based on the overall global economic conditions, it has a variance. Based on its sectors, it influences the way that it moves. And in itself, the stock has certain amount of volume that it trades, and also the participants have a different characteristics in how the stock moves. Generally speaking, when a certain stimulus occurs, it moves in a generally acceptable movement. So defining what a setup is allows me to categorize between an A setup and a B setup and a C setup.